This is Chats with Ryan Trainer from Tassie Bushranger and
PJ from Addicted to Grow, and welcome. Hello, mate.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. Yourself?
Yeah, super.
That's the way.
I'm doing all right with very little internet service, to be honest.
Oh, fair enough of it, is it?
Oh, they're doing repairs and outages in our area.
All right. Yeah.
And that's just isn't that just the way when you're trying to live off the internet?
Well, I can hear you all right at the moment, so hopefully
Good.
we're all right.
Good. Let's keep it at that. Oh, look at this little one.
Grace with me today.
Hello. Oh, look at the cute smile she's got. That's awesome.
Yeah. She had a rough 2 days with her. She's a bit sick at the minute, so
Yeah.
a bit exhausted myself, living off not much sleep, but
It's all right. That's all right. You can do it. Amanda's commented a few times on some of my posts.
yes, I noticed she commented on something yesterday. I can't think what it was. Yeah.
I'm very tempted that when you guys and I want this to, I guess I want to share you with this, bravely and boldly. But when you guys have got time, and money respectively, I'd love to share my program with you, because it's going to help you both.
Yeah.
It'll help you with your business stuff, and it'll help her with some of the comments that she's made. The one that I said, I'll obviously, use my words wisely with the little one there, but, stop giving an F what people think.
Yeah.
She wrote back on that one and she just goes, oh, this must be one of my problems. And I was kind of like, because it's not only just us, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't even see that one actually.
Yeah. She wrote a couple of, a week back or something.
Yeah.
But we all get it. We all get it.
Yeah. I myself am a funny contrast in some ways. I really don't care what other people think. And then other times I catch myself caring way more than I really do and have to remind myself that.
Yeah. And it'll be really good because there's a lot of there's a lot of like masculine, feminine relationship stuff in my programs as well. So you'd get a massive benefit out of it. It'd be great.
Yeah, cool.
But that's just, as I said, respectively, one day. There's no rush for that. But what's your idea for topic of agenda this week? What do you reckon?
Well, to start off with anyway, certainly really liked your post about happiness this morning or last night.
Be kind, that one, or the family, the happiness one.
Yeah, just about how happiness is a choice, basically.
Yeah.
And it's something in the last probably 18 months or so I've been really aware of myself, in that it is up to me and it really doesn't matter what's happening around me externally. I can choose to be happy no matter what. Yeah. And it makes dealing with those external things a lot easier if you're happy as well. So, I like that one.
That's cool. I'm gonna share a cool one with you, and obviously this is recording, so you can chop it up, how you like to use. But it's a really good quote, and it goes like this: "If there is no enemy within, the enemies outside can do us no harm."
Yeah, that is good.
And obviously, like you could probably even do a post on this and relate it back to your ancient stuff that you like. But if you take a look at, majority of where ancient civilizations fell was because there was always a snitch inside.
Yeah.
So if you could probably relate that a really cool way that and just go, us as humans, if we have no enemy within, if we're satisfied with who we are, the enemies on the outside will never do us any harm.
Yeah, well, the very famous one that comes straight to mind with me is with 300, which is obviously a popular movie, so lots of people know it. The Persians couldn't get past them at all, but it was when the guy betrayed them so they could get behind their lines. That's when it all came undone for them.
Yeah, old mate with Quasimodo, wasn't it? Old mate.
Yeah.
that'd be a really good one for you to turn into a post. I reckon it'd be like a good live or something like that if that came to you, because you know a lot about that kind of stuff. I think that's a good one.
Yeah, put the history note on it.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah. So you know what? I reckon we can use this one. And because you've got no, because you've got no idea what I'm going to ask you, I reckon you could use this one. Ryan, it's been a week. It's been a week now since you've been home as a real full-on stay-at-home dad. From your perspective, like, how is it? What are the challenges that you've come up with, or you've come up against?
well, the last 2 days, particularly with the being sick, have probably been the biggest challenges. And it really is just that catching sleep when I can, when she sleeps during the day. Don't think of all the things I can get done, just think I got to catch up on sleep. And so, yeah, I guess humbling myself and realizing I can't do it all and that she is the focus would be a big takeaway. On a smaller scale, she hates getting dressed. We'll just scream and try to get away, which I'm sure all children do, but I find that challenging myself.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I guess it's been a good lesson in patience all round, but particularly with that. But I am loving it. I mean, last week, for my first week, thankfully, we had a very easy week. She had long sleeps during the day and was very happy all the time. And then this week, she's stepped it up a level for me. Yeah, but super happy and really been feeling that I love where my life is right now and the direction it's taking. And even at the moment with her being full on, I really feel like I've come out of the storm.
Come on, meet Ryan.
I guess since she's been born. Yeah, just feel a sense of peace in life, I guess, way of putting it.
Yeah,
So,
that's
everything's awesome at the minute, really. Even
that's
even feeling very sleep deprived, I'm still enjoying it.
That's really good to hear, because obviously for myself, to share with you on that experience is my son's the same. He hates getting dressed and he's 3. So I don't know if that helps you or doesn't help you for what's to come. He just hates it. He just runs around the house and he's just like, nah, not getting changed. And I'm just like, oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
So I feel your pain there. But what do what was a really good thing you pointed out was that because she's had some sleepless nights, which means you have, you've actually decided to sleep when she sleeps, which is one of the biggest things for any male or female. If they're going to look after children, it's like you've got to tear yourself away from the dirty kitchen or the vacuuming or something. And more importantly is sleep over anything.
Yeah, yesterday, because she's got quite a blocked nose, she wasn't sleeping well. And so she fell asleep in my arms in the morning for probably about 20 minutes. And I was just sitting there reading my book. And I was quite happy. And I thought, I better get some jobs done now. She's asleep. She might let me put her down. And as soon as I stood up to go put her in bed, she woke up. And I thought, why did I do that? I should have stayed relaxing, reading my book. She might have slept for another half hour.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But then, in the afternoon, as soon as we finished lunch, I went and put her to bed and went to bed myself. And when she got back up, I cleaned up the dishes from lunch. They were all still on the table. They just waited till she was back up, because otherwise she might have woken up by the time I finished doing the dishes, and I wouldn't have got that sleep at all. So,
and that's a really good trigger to understand from now on, is just don't do anything.
That's it. Yeah.
Don't do anything. That's really good. Okay. So it's cool that you're learning bits and pieces as you go. Yeah. What are some of the aspects that you're learning about her and yourself, like playing games and like watching her learn? Like, how is that stimulating you?
Look, one thing I love is that she does usually play really well on her own. And so I will often just have to be sort of supervising. And she's got all this bookcase here with books and toys and everything.
Yeah.
And she'll just sit there and pull books off the shelf and be flicking through the pages, looking at books on her own, which as someone who loves books myself, I really love that, and just watching her. And so I've also learnt she loves people. So as I mentioned last week, we had tea with my family for the first time in a few months, and she was just so excited, running straight up to them, and yeah, cuddling them and everything. And even when I went for a walk the other day, I had her in the back carrier, and she's waving to every person we walk past and everything. So yeah, she just loves people and interacting with them. And I think the quarantine, when we weren't seeing people, was harder on her than we really realised, because she had got so used to interacting with people already. Yeah, and myself, I've probably done so much growing I don't even realise it. Since she's been born, and obviously that thing of becoming a parent and the love you have for your kid, which was always told that you don't understand until it happens, which is very true. And yeah, just the willingness, I guess, to sacrifice everything I would normally do and want in my life for her happily is quite amazing, really.
I like it. I like it. You know where that came from just then. That's such a vulnerability and honesty about, you know, you've probably grown in so many areas you just don't even know. And from an outsider looking in, I can see your growth.
Yeah.
You know, especially your camera presence. Like you're not, and this is coming from a place of obviously love and respect. Like there's not as much nervousness as there was. You know, you're more laid back and relaxed to just talk about what's going on, and you know that confidence in that realism, which obviously we want to see from, you know, people that we're going to resonate with. And obviously, like I said, one of those things that you and I have found. And I must admit, I'm looking forward to COVID being over to try and somehow come and see you. So I'm gonna bring the whole lot of them too. So so
Yeah,
tell us where to stay, and we'll come and visit.
Yeah, well, I did mention to my wife after we talked about it the other week. But yeah, there's certainly plenty of places we can work out for you to stay close by.
Yeah, awesome.
Which will be cool. Yeah, coming into winter here, not a fun time for outdoors.
I was going to say, winter's really cold there, isn't it? Like Tassie's really cold.
Yeah, this last week we started like -2 in the mornings and frosts and everything, which, because we're right near the water, we don't get the frost, but just so cold. Which, I mean, all right for us adults and being able to rug out and go for a walk and you can warm up and that. But it is making getting her outside during the day a bit hard. But she does have like a big Kathmandu suit, that hood and all.
That's cool.
So yeah, she put that on the other day and she was actually really warm, even though it was a cold day.
Oh, that's good too.
Yeah, hopefully we'll still be able to get out a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, awesome. Okay, so as you've obviously transitioning, how are you finding your interaction with your wife, you know, when is she at work yet, or is she still at home?
She's working from home, yeah, so their office is still shut.
Okay, all right. So how are you finding that interaction after she's kind of, I guess, finishes from being at home to settling back into home life? Like, is that challenging?
Sorry, hang on a sec. We've got boogers everywhere.
Standard.
It is good. I think the hard part for me at the minute with her working from home is when Grace is upset, or if we're doing something particularly noisy, I feel a little bit guilty because I know she's working and doing video calls in the next room. And she tells me it's not a problem, but I know that she feels bad, like when yesterday Grace was crying so much, I could basically not put her down yesterday.
Oh, okay.
I knew she was feeling bad that she was working and not helping, which makes me feel bad for making her feel bad, if that makes sense. But it's good because she manages to stop for lunch or come out for small amounts of time, so we still see her during the day, which wouldn't happen if she was going to the office. So I guess there's pros and cons of her working from home.
Yeah.
And look, she's really good in that when she finishes, normally she takes Grace straight away or starts entertaining Grace straight away. Because, well, at the minute, I'm not getting out to look at my veggies or do anything with them all day because it's too cold to really be taking her out. So, yeah, normally she's been taking Grace and I've been going out doing my veggie stuff and loading up the wood bin by the back door.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I probably get half hour, an hour to myself.
Yeah, that's good too. Yeah.
Start getting tea together, whichever one of us does that.
Yep.
Yeah, so I think we've got it pretty well sorted. I mean, we have a fantastic relationship. We're really good at discussing any problems we have before they become a problem.
That's good. That's really good.
Which, yeah, I think is something we've always been good at because something I learned in past relationships of even small things, if you leave them, they can become big. So, yeah, we touch base every night at dinner and just check how each other's day went, and if there was anything we sort of need each other to be doing differently or more support. So yeah, that runs real smooth. And then Grace is in bed by about 7, which last night I went to bed myself at 7 when soon as she went to bed before she was awake again. But yeah, we normally get an hour or two together in the evening, which I think is really important.
Yeah,
Which
that's
is
good.
why I stopped doing my daily vlog because I was spending that time creating and editing my daily vlog and basically not seeing my wife without Grace there.
Yeah.
So that's why I cut that back to weekly because it was just too much.
One of the things that I was going to suggest, and this is obviously there's I got 2 questions here, but one's a suggestion. Sorry, is this would be awesome on your Tassie Bushranger page to do stories every day while you're with Grace, because I think that that's just a whole different world that people would see of you, which would be really caring. And obviously, the second part of that is. It's really important, obviously, for you to have your own space then after, you get after a day when your wife finishes work. How good is the feeling when you get that time to yourself?
Yeah, really good. Like, even if it's just 15 minutes, is great, which normally I get longer than that. But yeah, as much as I love the time with Grace, just to have a bit of time on my own. Yeah, normally outside and with the dog out there. It's amazing how much I recharge in such a short time, I guess.
Yeah.
Just my own thoughts for a little while.
And it's really, you just brought up an amazing point that I love talking about this subject, right? When people talk about like, oh, I need a balance and I need this, right? I sum it up and I'm just like, you don't need balance, you need dedication. And the difference is that you and I can dedicate this time now, and it's been nearly sort of 20 something minutes. But the moment that this 20 minutes is up, it's enough for us to have that recharge for the whole week because we've dedicated it. So when you're talking just then about this balance of like, you got time with Grace, you get time with your wife, and even just then, you as long as you get 2 hours with your wife at nighttime, it's kind of like that's enough, right? It's that dedication, and I really am learning. This is something I'm loving going through right now. I'm really am loving the fact that I get to put my phone down, and that dedication time to the family. It's like only 2 hours, or sometimes it's only an hour. And it's so dedicated, though, that it's so recharging. It feels so good. Is it something that you feel the same?
Yeah, definitely. another example would be, and I think I've mentioned before, I normally get up in time to walk the dog before Grace gets up.
Mm.
And like, even when she's not sleeping good, there's mornings where I think, oh, I'll sleep instead of walk the dog. And I actually don't feel better. I feel worse all day. I'm still better off getting up that hour early, half-hour walk with the dog, come home, get to sit on the toilet on my own.
Yeah. I get it.
And if I'm lucky, get that coffee in as well before she wakes up. And I got so much more patience with her for the morning and the whole day. And just I feel charged up and ready to go after that bit of exercise. And it's only a casual walk. I don't go hard or anything, especially this time of year when it's dark. I don't bother running at all.
Yeah.
Just a walk with the dog. And that coffee before she even wakes up makes all the difference.
It's so, that's so, hello, Grace. It's so important. You're exactly right. People talk about balance and I talk about dedication. I don't believe in such thing as balance because obviously balance is opposite ends attract, like opposite ends equal. So I don't believe in balance, even though I'm a Libra. So I kind of need balance in my life, but I talk about it as dedication. Like you can have 20 minutes with someone is enough, and 4 hours by yourself doing your own business work, 20 minutes with someone else can recharge you straight away. So
yeah,
that's cool. All right, my man. Well, let's wrap this up. You've got Grace with you. Go and enjoy your day. My next one's at 12, so I'm going to have that little lunch break and spend time with my little one. He's at home too, so they're not back at school yet.
Yeah, so they're going back soon up there?
My son, the oldest one, Vinny, he's gone back to school full-time this week.
Yeah.
But as far as Leo, the little one, to daycare, they haven't gone back yet.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, it's weird here. Primary school and college, I don't know if it's the same over there. Primary school and college is back, but high school still isn't going back.
Primary school and college. Oh, college is like 11 and 12? Yeah. And primary is 0 to 7.
Yeah.
And 7 to 10 is still at home. Mm.
Yeah, which is a bit strange. But anyway.
Yeah, that's... Don't get that, but that's okay.
All right. Well, thanks for chatting.
You're welcome. And I'll same time next week.
Yep. Sounds good.
Awesome, man. Have a great week, mate.
You too. Cheers.
Cheers, mate. Bye.